Yo, what's up, my people? Welcome to the Masterminds Podcast, episode 7. I'm your host, your baby boy, KCZ. And in the building, I'm alone. Social distancing, you know what I mean? So, in the building, I've got nobody, but I'm hosting a person who is not with me right now. And his name is Charles Luapula. He is within Lusaka, but just not here with me. We're going to discuss on a few through a phone call, and I hope all goes well. Mr. Charles, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, man. I guess we've been talking about this, like, we need to record, but it just never comes, yeah?
Yeah, it never comes. I'm glad it's happening under the circumstances, nevertheless.
but we still have to link up after all this is done, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody has to link up.
Like
everybody.
You really have to see each other and say, "Oh, bro, still alive, bro."
Yes, like it's a victory link up.
Yeah, man, like celebration. Oh, yeah, I don't have to insult anymore. Okay, yeah. So it's just an introduction. This is Charles Luapula. Charles, can you just introduce yourself? Like, just tell us everything about yourself. Not really everything, but some, because I know you are a lot in one.
Yes.
So just tell us some things that you can tell us about yourself.
I even wanted to say everything I can.
True that.
My names are clear. Charles Luapula. People can't forget Luapula because there are some things that were named after my name. Then I am a poet and a writer, and I have some few academic papers.
A lot of them, I guess. Not a few, but there are a lot. So now, wait. Speaking of, before we get to the main topic here, speaking of writing, I guess you sent me this book that you are writing. The King of what? Something?
Yeah, King of Africa.
What was the name again? Something. There was a name, then the King of Africa at the end. Was it Zwandani?
No, it was not Zondani. It was that just sounds so Zambian. The name is what's the name again?
Don't forget the name. Come on.
Of my own book. Imagine
Minyati, the King of Africa. Yes. How far have you gone?
Minyati. It actually means buffalo, African buffalo.
Oh, really? So, how far with the book?
The book is going very well. I think I'll be done with the first part probably by the end of COVID.
yeah, man, you gotta get done with it because there's nothing to do during this time.
I have a lot of time, and it's something that excites me. I'm always looking forward to go and write stuff and find out what happens next in my own book. You know?
But, about the book, that's another episode on its own. But here, it's a long topic, I guess. So we're here to talk about COVID. Speaking of COVID itself, we're here to talk about it. It's a contagious disease. It's a pandemic that we know. And then there are some measures that the government have put in place. We all know those, like social distancing. Those are not just put up by the government, but these are just reality things. Some people are not taking it well, and some people are not taking these things serious. Can you just, tell me what you think about the measures? And then where you thought they did wrong, you can also give solutions on how you thought they would have done it. And also give us the effects of how the same measures have affected the nation. Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. First of all, I think it should be, sometimes in situations like this, we have to really commend where the government has done more. It encourages them to do more.
Okay.
And people are criticizing everything. Some for political reasons, I guess.
Too much.
But we have to look at the positives, even in as much as there are a lot of negatives. I think if I was to talk about something that went wrong, I think it was just at the beginning. I think the government took a lot of time
to make
before
decisions,
they closed the airports.
Yeah. I think they took their time because if only they did that earlier, like a week before they did it, I think we wouldn't have had any case by now. You know what I mean?
Yes. we wouldn't have. Every case that we had came through the airport.
Yeah. And then it was like recently imported. All the cases were recently, reported. Imported. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's the thing. So that's the thing. But I've heard people talking about a lockdown, that the government should do a lockdown. I think people do not understand what a lockdown is. If they did, they wouldn't have been requesting for it.
Make us understand. Maybe I also don't understand, because I'm one of those people who are requesting for a lockdown. So make us understand.
I think a lockdown, it's better for countries that are developed, or at least
doing more economically, right?
Yes, because Zambia, if you look at the population, the demography of Zambian people, most of them live on a hand-to-mouth kind of economy.
Yeah.
Most people work during the day for what they'll eat at night and what they'll provide for their families.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think our government is in a position to give people money to buy food that will last them, even for 14 days.
No, we can't.
So a lockdown would mean a lot of things. One, it will congest the shopping malls for those people who can manage. And that's just another risk now.
And then
you're putting a lot of people in the same place. And then there are people who cannot actually afford anything that can last them even for a week.
True. An example of people who do hand-to-mouth who are in hand-to-mouth kind of lifestyle, drivers. Let's talk about taxi drivers and bus drivers. That's just the truth. We've just spoken the truth about. So imagine if they stopped all the buses from moving. What do those guys eat? And we have a lot of drivers in Zambia. I mean, just Lusaka itself has over... Hey, can you even estimate how many buses are in Lusaka?
Yeah, a lot.
Let me just say...
If you didn't grow up in Lusaka, that's when you see the number of buses, how impactful they are. Because for somebody who lived somewhere else, he's the only one who can appreciate the number of buses here. But somebody who is here, it looks normal, but there are a lot. Looks normal,
yes. Yeah, there are a lot of buses. You know what I mean? And most of those guys, they live in a hand-to-mouth kind of, lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And there
are a lot. Already there are people who have been affected, because people just think that if they say we are going to close the bars, people are saying that, at least those Wachakorwa, they are not drinking anymore.
Yeah, they're not thinking of people who work there.
Who work there, yes.
And their kids.
Especially these small bars, it's those kind of situation where a man maybe supports his family through the income that he generates from that
From the bar, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And those bars bring money almost like every day, you know what I mean?
Yes, and not taking anything away from the decision. I think it was a right decision, but they should find a way to empower them, maybe afterwards, if they can, even during this time.
Bruh, I don't think so. Like, sometimes government... Okay, like through the donations, maybe that can work. The donations that people are putting up, like our people have donated a lot of money. I heard the American government the US government has also donated something. Is it about 1.8? Is it million or billion?
I think it was million. I saw that.
USD, right?
Yes. I think the donations are coming in. We just hope they're utilized the way they are supposed to be utilized.
And then also HH donated something.
Yeah, and people have been talking about that. I don't know what people really want.
They say they didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, they're saying he didn't do enough according to the money that he has. But
do you have to do it according to the money that you have?
I don't really know. I don't know what people will want. But I think it was a good thing that he did.
Donating doesn't matter how much you donate. You know what? That guy has been trying to donate things when Zambia has been in crisis, in different crises that we've been facing behind. Whenever I tried to donate something, the government used to refuse him. Remember when I don't know if you're aware of this, when what's this market, commercial market bent down.
Yes.
He offered to build it in 2 weeks. And the government did not take that lightly, because they thought he was trying to campaign for his... Because by then, it so happened that the market got bent during the campaign for the Lusaka mayor, remember?
Yes, I remember that.
So they thought he was trying to campaign. But now, I think it was just out of goodwill at the end of the day. He wanted to build it in 2 weeks. So if he had done that, he would have at least helped. And then the government said, we are going to do it ourselves. Up to now, they haven't done anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think those are the flaws of democracy. Democracy is all good, but it has its flaws, and those are the ones where you cannot allow something because you think somebody is campaigning.
But to some extent, I really don't like democracy. I don't know. You can say it's a good thing, but I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has a lot of flaws.
I feel like democracy is for how am I say? Is it for lazy people? You know what I mean? Like those people just want things to be happening and they sit down and relax. It's for lazy people. That's why Zambians are lazy, because we know, okay, but just what we've got rights to. It's got so many rights on people. At least I like. Okay, dictatorship is good if you have a good leader.
Yes. I think leaders are more objective when they know that they are not leaving the office to anyone, and it's their duty to make the country a better place.
Yeah. So what do you think about democracy and compared to dictatorship?
I think democracy only works when you have developed as a country politically to a certain level. You look at America, where people truly have freedom of speech and all that, but in Africa, we are far from that. I mean, we are still moving away from our culture, and our culture, we are used to kings. So when somebody is given that position, they don't want to leave, and when times to leave,
they feel like they're kings, you know what I mean? So I get your point. I get your point.
So we need to evolve as countries in Africa.
So we need to live in the moment. So let's talk about how many democratic countries that are doing good and how many dictatorship countries that are doing good in Africa.
In Africa, I think for democracy, I think Tanzania is doing very well.
So you're saying only Tanzania, right?
Tanzania is a country that I've seen doing very well in terms of leadership and innovations from the leader.
How about South Africa?
South Africa, I would say they are doing very well politically in terms of freedom of speech and some rights. They are doing very well, but there's some segregations that are there and there that are supposed to be worked on.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes to go. Nigeria,
I think it's still very divided.
Nigeria is divided. I get it.
Nigeria is very divided.
Yeah. So,
but I think.
So we don't have enough time. Unfortunately, we just have to do part A. So that's why we really need to link up and dissect a lot of things.
Yeah, we have to, and just stay safe, and everybody should just stay safe, stay at home, do some activities.
Everybody has to stay home. And then, what do you think about? Do you think we are winning this Corona thing? Are we winning, or how this coming down?
I think it's too early to tell, but I think on globally we are winning. But in Zambia, I think it's too early to tell. 2 days without a case, it can mean anything. Can mean that you haven't.
It's a two-way thing. They haven't just detected.
Yes, so it can mean anything. So it's too early to celebrate or to tell. So we just have to stay safe. Stay at home if you can.
Yeah, man. How about buses? What do you think the government should do about buses? Mini buses? In 30 seconds.
I think the drivers and the conductors should prove to the government that they can sanitize their buses and their passengers. They are the only ones who can do it.
And do you think what the people or these government officials are saying on TV is really what's on the ground?
I really don't think so. I really don't think so. We had a video I think not so long ago where he was cut, trying to say something, then he was cut at you actually on television, the media personnel.
Who was cut?
The minister of health. He was trying to say that some government officials are also in quarantine because after being suspected of contracting it.
Oh, I saw that on my end.
He was cut at you actually on television, but he came back again and said, I'll say that government officials are exposed, but I won't say the names.
Oh, okay.
Then later on, it was discovered that they suspect that even our Home Affairs Minister, Mr. Honorable Kampiongo, was also among those people. But I don't know why
in less than 15 seconds. Like that. But anyway, I've heard you, and we just have to cut because time has us run short.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Charles, for coming through. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
All right, stay safe, bro.
All right, you too, man.
Yeah.